the powerful dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald
Gerald.
has been Gerald. I don't care. Has been was captured. That's a terrible sentence. Was being captured by MACUSA. I don't know.
Marauders.
With the help of Newt Scamander, but making good on his threat, Grindelwald escaped custody and has set out about gathering followers, most unsuspecting of his true agenda, to raise pure blood wizards up to rule over all non-magical beings. In an effort to thwart Grindelwald's plan, Albus Dumbledore enlists his former student Newt Scamander, who agrees to help, unaware of the dangers that lies ahead. Lines are drawn as love and loyalty is tested, even among the truest friends and family in an increasingly divided wizarding world.
That blurb turns me off right away.
Really? Why? What about it?
I don't know. It just seems so.
Did you like the original?
I liked it up until right at the end, but yeah,
the big reveal.
It just feels like it's against the spirit of, I don't know, especially the Newt Scamander character.
What?
He just seems very intimate instead of the grand plan, grand fucking scale shit.
Well, this is like years later.
I don't know.
Before. Wait.
Well,
Well,
the
like,
trailer
after,
can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll watch
I'm going to
the
see it
tra-
regardless.
Yeah, I'll see it regardless. We'll watch the trailer and then we'll see what else there is to say.
It's Hogwarts.
It is. I'm quite enjoying seeing Hogwarts. I didn't think we'd see Hogwarts again. That's exciting.
I have some questions for you, Professor.
This is a surprise.
There's a rumor that Newt Scamander is headed to Paris. I know he's working under your orders. What do you have to say for yourself, Dumbledore?
If you'd ever had the pleasure to teach him, you'd know Newt is not a great follower of orders.
I like how, like, because it calls
The time's
Dumbledore.
coming.
Who cares?
When you're gonna have to pick a side. Are you going somewhere? No, we're going somewhere. Jeez.
I feel like having him lose his memory and then have him come back is pointless, kind of. Sorry, Kravitz. It's Father Christmas.
I can't move against Grindelwald. It has to be you.
Okay, Nick.
Nick.
Yeah. It doesn't. I'll see it, but it doesn't excite me.
Why? What about, like, even after the trailer? Like, I saw,
don't know.
when Dumbledore came on, you had a little grin on your face.
Because I thought it was a different actor.
Who'd you think it was? They announced who it
I
was
would have
ages
thought
ago.
they'd get the original Dumbledore's son, who was actors, which we were talking about on stream, Jared Harris to play him.
No.
Would have been
Mr.
cool.
Law. Mr. Law, they say, is the
Yeah, I don't know.
Dumbledore. Also, we're getting a lot more Dumbledore in this than I thought was originally going to get. Like, when they announced that Dumbledore was going to be in this movie, I'm like, oh yeah, for a whole 5-minute scene, little cameo bit, you know, speak to Newt for a hot second, but it appears to be, like, he's on the poster and everything like that,
Yeah.
appears to be main cast, like,
Yeah, it's the puppeteer.
yes.
Grindelwald and Dumbledore have a history, so
Yeah, I know. Like, we all know how it ends with, like, Dumbledore versus Grindelwald, but I like how many of these it says to make? 4?
Oh,
Something?
really?
Yeah, like they.
something.
It was like it was above a trilogy, I believe. It was, so it's either 3 or 4 movies they announced from the get go. So that's why when they announced Dumbledore was going to be in this one, I'm like, oh yeah, for 5 minutes, and then we won't get the most of him until we get to the last movie and we have him do the big old fight, a Rooney. Or something like that, but no, he's all in this. But you have to wonder how long they can drag it along. Like,
Yeah.
Like
start running out of steam.
You start running out of steam. Yeah, like what? How? So they're going to be after him. They're going to add in this whole politics element, of course, because you see, of course, the ministry or whatever coming to Dumbledore. Like, you send him off. Because, A, it's interesting why Newt would even go try and chase him down. Is that what you was talking about? Like, against his character?
Yeah.
But that's a reason to watch the movie. Like, why does... Because in the first movie, the reason he starts chasing him down...
He seems like a pacifist.
Yeah, that in the first movie, I feel like it still makes sense the way he tries to help out just because he's there. But for him to travel across country, the world, yeah, to purposely try and chase him down does seem a little bit out of the character that we got in the first movie. But then we have to go to the movie to find out what causes him to say that. Maybe it's because Dumbledore asked him to. Maybe it's because he respects Dumbledore so much and all that it makes sense that he would come. Don't know.
But like, and the supporting character that they wipe his memory, why bring him back?
Yeah, that's my other thing.
Are they going to wipe his memory again? Then bring him back and wipe it again?
Yeah, I don't like that at all because they spend a good 5 minutes or
like
whatever.
Saying goodbye to him.
There's that whole scene, yeah, goodbye, the tears, we're going to forget you forever. And then they do the Easter egg part of, well, not the Easter egg, like the epilogue is the whatever character, the blonde girl going in and like, oh, you got your bakery store and all that sort of stuff. So if we come into this movie and I don't think they're going to unwipe his memory, they're just going to suddenly purposely bring him back into the mix without him remembering. So then they're going to have to go for the whole, oh, we're wizards, let me introduce you to the world stuff again. Even though the reason they got rid of him was for his own safety, and for them to drag him back in seems silly. I don't really know how that all makes sense.
Yeah,
I know there's
many make sense.
There's many things that don't really make sense.
How did they apparate into Hogwarts? You're not supposed to be able to do that.
They haven't put that. Maybe they haven't put up that.
They haven't got the magical technology yet.
Yeah, maybe they haven't put up that yet. I can let that pass with a one liner.
Elon Musk yet.
You know.
Also, didn't Ezra Miller die in the last movie?
Yes. I felt like he did also, but there he is.
Was he the kid?
He's back as the same character as well. They already he's the exact same character. It's not like a different version. I don't know. There's between that, the bringing back Dan Foley or Dan whatever he's in Fogels, between Ezra Miller, his character, those sorts of things, I'm left kind of going, why, how, like, what's the point? There seem like different weird plot decisions that you would make. The Dumbledore and the Grindelwald stuff though is exciting. And of course Newt stuff, that whole relationship, but then bringing part those elements from the first movie, dragging them in, I'm kind of like, why? Just ditch them. Why do we don't need fucking Fogel character, whatever his name, back in. Leave him be. We don't need him. We don't even need that blonde chick back, really. Like, or even
the other one,
or even really the other one. Like, although it kind of makes sense because she gets put up to being a like if she
agent, whatever.
Yeah, like that kind of makes sense. But to see her sister, or they were sisters, right? Yeah. To see her sister dragged across to Paris or wherever with her.
She has those powers, remember, that she could hear things.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I know it doesn't. I don't really understand how that works. Whatever. Nonetheless, I mean,
I'm not going into it with any expectations.
Yeah, I mean, I thought.
I think you are going in with some expectations.
Yeah, of it not to be good.
I'm open for it to wow me.
I'm
not against it from the I'm not hating it without the possibility of being changed.
My favorite thing about the first Fantastic Beasts movie was the creature designs and all the stuff to do with the creatures and all that sort of stuff. The actual overall, and it looks like we don't have any of that.
No.
It's just, yeah. So my favorite element of the first movie is now missing from the sequel, which does lead me to go.
And that's what his whole character's about.
Yeah. So that's, yeah. So now we're going to have a whole movie where he's just a cop, like a cop chasing around a bad guy, basically, on Dumbledore's orders.
I mean, surely there's hundreds of more suited people to do it.
You'd think. I know. Like the whole why he goes and that Dumbledore relationship.
You'd expect.
I'm willing to go into the movie with a good explanation or character reason for why and how Dumbledore gets him to go and all that sort of stuff, but it is still going to feel weird. I'm also looking forward to seeing Zoe Kravitz as Lestrange in this. Finally, is
J.K. Rowling writing it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The first movie felt like it was trying to put in so much, set up so many story elements, and go over so much in such a short amount of time that was my biggest issue with it, because it just feels like it's so much. It just hits you so hard. Whereas if you go watch the first Harry Potter movie, it doesn't actually hit you that hard. It's like, here are some elements, here's a school. It's very easy to keep up with, and of course that worked in its favor because it was deemed a kids movie. The first Fantastic Beasts movie is not a kids movie. I could not keep up with that movie when I was a kid. It was way too politics.
For people who were kids when Harry Potter came out.
That is true. But even for adults, I found myself watching it kind of going, this is quite a lot. This is a lot happening. Nonetheless, I'll go watch it anyway. It'll be interesting to see how it goes, given all the Johnny Depp drama behind the scenes as well as we approach November before its release. And as we saw in that teaser, they showed up one whole shot of him. So as the proper trailer 1 and 2 come out, and then the TV spots in November or October start dropping, I am going to be highly interested to see exactly how much Johnny Depp is in the promo material. Like, was Johnny Depp supposed to be on that poster right there, right there on the screen? He probably was, and now it's Dumbledore. So that's going to affect it in some way. Nonetheless,
turns out he's not in the movie at all.
They change him again. They replace him with a
Colin Farrell.
They make it back into Colin Farrell.
No, it didn't make sense.
Just make him change it to a completely different actor. Who's playing him now? Holy shit, Jack Gyllenhaal's all of a sudden good. That's fine. All right, wrap.